Hey guys, welcome back to Wham! We watched a movie and at 11:42 we activated ourselves. So fuck yeah!
I'm ready.
Do you want to take off your pants and start the revolution?
Where's the trigger?
Okay, so...
American Horror Story. It's
that
back.
weird?
Last season, sucked a big bag of Dickalona sandwiches.
You a bag of shit, fucking Horror Story!
That's bologna and dicks in a sandwich. Dickalogna.
But you know what? This season was geared to recapture the moment and the magic and the love and clown fucking of American Horror Story.
Man, there's some clown fucking.
And you know what it did? It didn't just recapture clown fucking, which is a bygone art from the 1850s. It's also recaptured the fact that Donald Trump won the election over Hillary Clinton and people freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
It really captured that. That was the main thing about this that I saw. I mean, the political overtones are off the charts, Jim.
Jesus Christ, Joseph. Yeah, no, that is what happened though. Everybody was worried. They were like, I don't want it to be about the election. We've got enough of that going on in the world. I want some escapism. I want my horror to be separate from that. But they did say they were going to play at both sides. They were going to attack both sides. And I think that they did that successfully.
Yeah, they did. They made, you know, the Hillary, Sarah Paulson is, she's like the huge Hillary supporter.
Her name was Sarah Paulson. She
has a safe space. And she's very upset, very angry that Hillary didn't win. And then she starts seeing fucking clowns having sex on watermelons in grocery stores. I hate when that happens. That's why I don't go to Save-A-Lot. And then, you know, on the other side, you got...
That's why I don't go bungee jumping in Mexico anymore. They just don't have the regulations.
No way. Evan Peters on the other side is a huge Trump supporter with fucking Papa Blue Smurf hair that fucks his TV and is all about, like, I don't know, throwing condoms full of piss at Mexicans trying to get them deported, or because he can say what he wants to say. Enjoy your latte, bitch.
Some towns just don't have good nightlife.
So, you know, it does capture both sides in a fairly black comedic kind of way. You know,
yeah.
That's what it is. It's lampooning both sides. But in the middle of it, in the middle of this nougat, we've got TP. We've got TP for my bunghole.
Why anybody would steal a Snickers bar for the nougat?
Let's get lit and jump off the roof of my house. But yeah, in the middle of it, you do have the horror part that makes American Horror Story weird and kooky and Mudvayne-ish. You have clowns. You got clowns. We got clowns everywhere, anywhere, always there.
You did the Twister cows thing, but you did clowns.
I did, and I don't really understand it. I mean, it's not like really proven or exactly what's going to happen with Twisty the Clown. I like that name. It's pretty fucked up, but I like it. Like, the main clown in this is called Twisty, and he's like this clown that is like an urban legend. Basically, you can always know he's coming because of the saliva that he drags across the ground with him because he had his fucking jaw blown off.
He's from a previous season. Like, he's had ties to American Horror Story before. But that's the thing, dude. Let me ask you this. When that came on, did you know... When that first scene happened and that hot chick was smoking, was banging the lead singer of Lit.
I liked him too.
Please tell me why. You say you liked him too?
Yeah.
I know.
Both of them.
When they were banging out in the forest
together,
and he's like, "This clown killed a bunch of people here," and she's like, "Oh." She's like,
"The turn you on, baby."
She loved that shit. But then the clown shows up, and you've got this murderous scene where he comes over. The dude tries to shoot him. The clown doesn't budge, and then the clown stabs him to death. I knew at that moment. I was like, oh, this is ended up going to be a movie set or something like that, and it turned out to be just the comic book that the kid was reading, because he's got two moms, and you've got this hardcore, like, liberal side of people, and then you got the hardcore, which there was only really one right-wing guy, right? It's Evan Peters. Like, he was the only Trump supporting guy so far.
I don't know who that one chick is that he, like, pinky swears with all the time.
That's right, there's her too.
Like, I don't know, because she's upset that Hillary lost, but then at the same time, she is doing what he wants her to do. I don't know why.
No, I don't think she's actually upset that Hillary lost. I think she was faking that. So
well,
she's totally
there's something weird about that. I don't know if that's his sister, that's his lover, that's his fucking cousin. I don't know what's happening.
He said,
that's your father's brother's former roommate. And what does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Hey, if Daenerys and fucking Jon Snow can bang,
hey, look,
what are you going to do?
The fall season says the twincest is in. So get your jackets today.
That scene was funny as fuck though, because she was like, what's the most painful thing you've ever been for? She's like, the time I let Scotty Peters do anal. And he was like, was there blood? Was the poop? The one time they went the most hard after, like, liberals, which we don't get into politics on the show, so don't worry. We're not going to divulge how we feel about any of that shit, because no one fucking cares. And just like on your Facebook, trust me, no one fucking cares. No one cares here
no one cares
at all. But when they went the most...
But if you voted, you've been one of those votes!
when they went after the liberal side the hardest was the one chick that they showed, when she was sitting there and she was talking on the phone, and she never came back again in the show.
Which one?
The goth chick that was sitting on her bed, and she was like, I mean, why would they not put out a trigger warning at least before they announced the results?
She'll probably come back later.
Yeah, she probably will, but that was her only. But that was the most that they made fun of any of those people. They made fun of Sarah Paulson a little bit and just how she was as a person, like how just like fucked up and crazy.
Well, even her wife was like, honey, did you take your fucking pill? Because holy shit.
But forgetting this election, I remember actually like years and years ago when Bush got reelected the second time, I remember actually working with someone at some fucking call center somewhere, and she was talking about it, and she was like, I just can't focus on my work because the election right now. I'm just so upset that Bush got reelected. I just can't focus. And everybody was like, dude, fucking, let's go.
Come on. You know,
calm the fuck down.
Whenever I hear that shit, like anybody saying that I can't focus or go to my job or do my responsibilities because of an election, and I just feel unsafe.
Are bleeding.
I do the straight fucking Tony Stark face when he's like, oh. You are fucking kidding me. Get over it. Yeah, they do. Yeah, and you know,
whatever happens, either side.
Yeah, like we said, what I really wanted to talk about was the
sex change.
The sex change that Mike's currently thinking about, and the dog. The dog is doing well. He's a steer now.
Is he still a good boy?
The overall like feel of it, like I mean, the overall like how did you feel? And when you were watching it, did you get like some cool like horror effects?
Now I don't think
scary
at all.
No, I didn't think there was any. Like to me, I wasn't scared. Now there were reminiscence. Like I don't get scared of these movies, but there were reminiscent parts of it, like of The Strangers. Like when the ice cream truck pulls up at the end of the ice cream trucks are scary anyway, but when the ice cream truck pulls up and like 4 fucking clowns.
Do you guys have SpongeBob with the gumball eyeballs?
And fucking 4 clowns jump out and you know they've been fucking. Because that one guy got it in the butt at the watermelon stand.
These are some horny ass clowns.
And that wasn't horror to me. I mean, it's horror, but it wasn't scary to me. I just thought it was more of a thriller aspect. Now, like that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling that it's creepy imagery, and like the overall feels that I'm getting is more thriller-esque type of horror story. Because I haven't seen anything supernatural yet.
There's nothing supernatural.
Except for the guy with no jaw, and that was a comic book memory or something.
Yeah.
So
I think they're foregoing the whole supernatural thing, which for American Horror Story, that's kind of weird. I think that's why maybe it feels like it's missing that a little bit, but they did go hardcore with the fucking clown masks. Like, the clown masks are scary, but like you said, at the same time, it's more of a home invasion / thriller scare than it is actual like horror scare. I don't know. It's
well, the
weird.
only supernatural part that I could maybe draw on and say it's possible that it's there is that Sarah Paulson is seeing these clowns everywhere, and they do obviously exist because the little boy Ozzy says it. Ozzy Osbourne says it, and he's like, yeah, they did it, and then you know the goth hot, maybe not hot, but kind of hot babysitter's like. He's imagining things, even though she was on like the dark web showing him murders, and she's like, "This will be immunizing to your brain."
That was probably the most horrific moment of the show. Now, actually, is when they're watching it on the computer, and you just see it for a snippet, but you see that dude stabbing someone's neck, and you hear it doing that. I'm the leprechaun.
I know.
I'm the leprechaun.
I can't believe they filmed me when I was that drunk. But no, I mean the supernatural aspect that I'm talking about though is. You know, seeing the clowns, the little boy seeing the clowns, the babysitter saying no, he's imagining things, and then the cop telling the couple that no, it was a murder-suicide, there was no evidence of a clown, even though they were clearly the ones that jumped out of the ice cream truck. So,
by the way, that detective was Colton Haynes, who was Red Arrow from the Arrow show.
Why is his hair white?
Jared Leto Fight Club hair.
Why? Yeah, his hair is white.
It's weird.
Magneto.
Strange.
So yeah, I don't know. That's the only supernatural thing because I'm not understanding what's going on.
Something beautiful. But let's talk about the grocery store scene. I want to talk about that.
That was weird.
Because it was fucked up. Like, she's going... number one, she was in a Kroger. You could tell she was in one of those shitty, non-remodeled Krogers.
I don't look like Save-A-Lot.
No, you could tell by the lettering that I think she was in one of those old-ass shitty Krogers. But the whole fucking place is empty, which is weird enough anyways. And she's walking through, and dude, those clowns are fucking in the produce section.
The watermelons are squished.
Yeah, they're fucking... You could hear it, dude. For a TV show, you could hear it,
Yeah. You know
like
what?
Stirring macaroni.
I think I'd been so drunk at that point, I would have just walked over and looked at the freshest watermelon while they were fucking. You'd be like, "Excuse me." It's like you could have fucking not crushed the shittiest.
Could you not fuck the melons, please? And then the one clown in the restaurant that she saw, which basically her vision.
He was jacking off. There's so much sex.
He was jerking. He was
going hard.
That clown actually did scare me because he was like, oh.
He was going for the gold. He's going the distance.
He was jerking his clown.
And his eyes were like fucking like.
Yeah.
You know, like first off. It's weird. Like I don't know if the girl's.
I don't like it. Richard.
Maybe she's sexually repressed. It's possible because she's seeing all this stuff. I mean, she's seeing these clowns in sexual situations, a lot of them, and then they have knives. So it's like I want to explore my sexual side, but I'm afraid because if I do, I'll get knifed by a fucking
all about butthole pleasures.
big-nosed, you know, That mask was cool.
But I don't know where the fuck this show's gonna go, dude. You went from Cheeto blenders to fucking Evan Peters is a badass.
I think he's great. I think this is like going to be a defining role for him in this particular American Horror Story episode. Because
I mean, he's been so great in all.
He's good, but this one seems like he's like really stepping up.
He was missing in the last one. You know, he
wasn't
in
there
a lot. He was gay George Washington. No, when he walks away from that, he says that one line. That dude's like, "Oh, what was that?" He's like, what was it? He's like, there's nothing more dangerous than a humiliated man.
That's true.
I was like, oh, you're fucked. See, you should have gave that motherfucker a Snickers bar.
He rubbed Cheetos on his face.
Dude, I kind of want to try one of those.
Would you rub Cheetos? Ooh, God.
Would you try that Cheeto smoothie?
That does look good.
I
mean, I think I'd do it if I was drunk. But like when you put Cheeto powder on your face to look like Donald Trump, and you're like, you were doing huge.
Everything it was because we always do that. We always do that.
I mean, when you see a guy like that, you're willing to rub Cheeto powder on your face and go, kids.
The one scene too when he goes up to the Mexicans when they're getting in the truck and he's like, and he starts pissing in a condom, and then he swings it, and I was like, well, he's obviously gonna throw this condom full, but nobody moved. They all just stood there and waited for it. They're like,
I think that
here comes a condom full of piss.
I think that we both would have done the same thing though. If you saw a guy just in the middle of the road at 12 o'clock at night just pissing in a condom, and you're like, you'd be shocked. You'd be like, I wonder if
fucking mouth.
No, you'd be like, I wonder if he's gonna throw it.
But in all honesty, like, if the show's gonna go after this anarchic point of view,
that's
like, fuck it, none of it fucking matters. The world's gonna burn. We're all gonna goddamn die. I'm all for that. Let's do something crazy and weird and stir the pot a little bit. I'm okay with that. But again, I am skeptical because of what happened last season, where we went one direction and it was going to be about Roanoke and it was going to be amazing, and then they just veered the fuck off the path, and it was exciting for a second, but then they were like, we have to land this bitch, and then we have no place to land the plane, so it just fucking nosedived.
Yeah, where was fucking Denzel with the upside down flight?
None of it happened. So
and he was drunk when he did it.
I'm skeptical whether it's going to be good, but so far they haven't done anything terrible, and at the same time I'm intrigued, but we still don't really know what this season's about.
I'm hoping
what it's about.
Where's the beef?
Where's it going?
Where's the beef, Marty?
What are you waiting for?
Tits?
What are you waiting for?
I hope that it doesn't have that much, because at the beginning of it, it was all about the campaign and all about the election, and that's fine. I do sort of and kind of hope that it starts veering away from that a little bit more and focusing more on the delusions that Sarah Paulson's having and these clowns and that fucked up
Let's
shit.
get scary now.
Yeah, I want to get into that now. Like, the political stuff's over, and like, but I know it's going to be a big part of it. I mean, obviously they showcase so much of it that, I mean, this is going to be the lifeblood of this season. So if you don't like that, if you don't want to watch something that there's a lot of political stuff involved, you might want to pass on this season if it's going to piss you off. But there are some good elements of, like I said, not to me horror, but thriller stuff that's not anything to do with politics.
That's the question. If you could take what's going on in the world right now and make that add a whole layer of scariness and realism to it, then that's cool.
Yeah.
But you got to do it at some point. And right now we still don't know what the fuck the season's about. So we'll figure that out, but so far so good. Not the best thing I've ever seen. It wasn't actually scary, but I did get a lot of that disturbing fucking just like, oh, that's gross, and darkness, and that you want at the tip, just the tip of Halloween, and we're getting that a little bit.
You can still get a girl pregnant that way.
So far so good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's on an okay trajectory. We'll see where the fuck it goes.
I was going to give it a 7.5. I'm about the same with you. I mean, I liked it a little bit better, but I thought Evan Peters is the one, and the only reason why I loved it as much as I did.
Sarah Paulson was great too. So I think the acting is what...
The acting is really well done. So, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely a question mark. It feels like the Riddler's giving us a box, and we have to fucking figure it out. A clock, a chess.
Big question. Bismarck. The big question.
Is that where she is?
The big question is, I want to know how you guys feel about this. Like, one episode in, they don't explain a whole lot of what's going on, but we've seen the tip. So, what is your all's thoughts on the tip? Does it feel nice? Ouch on my hair. Are you going to let it go all the way in, or are you going to pull out? Comment down below.
You gotta go all the way in.
Make your decision and let us know, because I want to know how you guys feel about it after watching one episode of it. And let's all keep politics out of it, guys. Let's keep politics the fuck out of it.
Well, we know that's not gonna happen. But if you feel the need,
just gonna fight.
If you feel the need to comment and leave some kind of politically charged statement on the bottom of this video, just don't. Don't do it. Don't do it, Toad.
Don't do it, Steve.
Because we all don't want to get involved in that. This is a fun-loving channel. This is fun-loving with. We pass out free lattes for everybody and every cock.
Yeah.
And vagina.
Pumpkin spice flavored lattes.
Let's have fun. Let's have fun with this season, guys. Let's poke fun at ourselves and be like, nobody needs to get this upset
It'll burn
about
at first, but eventually it'll be a spice.
Will you shut the fuck up?
We love your fucking
There you
faces.
go.
If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in you.
Bye. Fuck it.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.